Hello students, today we are going to learn meaning and functions of business, and this topic is taken from Commerce 1 FYBCom Semester 1. What is business? Many a times as students we come across this question that what you want to do after your graduation. So many people or many students say that they want to work with some organization or some MNC or some company, and some of the students say that they want to do their own business. Then what is this business? Business includes all the activities of production and distribution of goods and services, and when the ultimate aim is to earn profit. So when a person undertakes the activity of producing a goods or to giving the services to the people and his ultimate aim is to earn profit, then we can say that he is doing business. So for doing business, firstly you have to decide upon an idea, and if you get that idea of what you have to manufacture or which service you have to give, then you can implement that idea. And if the idea works, then you will definitely earn profit. Then what all are the activities which are included in the business? So all the activities relating to production and distribution of goods which are termed as legal. So the goods which are legal in nature, the goods which are not prohibited by the government, so production of such goods is termed as business. If you want to give any kind of service to the community, so any service which is legal in nature, that kind of service can be termed as business. So what are the exceptions to the business? Any activity relating to production of goods and services or any service which is given to the society and it is illegal in nature, it is prohibited by the government, then that activities cannot be considered as business. So for considering the activities as business, they should be legal in nature. So any business activity, any legal business activity which is undertaken for production of goods and services and distribution of goods and services, and then your ultimate aim behind that is earning profit, then we can say that you are doing business. Now let us understand the meaning of business. The term business refers to commercial activities relating to production and distribution of goods and services for economic gain, that is profit. Now, the word economic gain here is important. So, any activity undertaken for economic gain, for getting profit, is termed as business. So, if any activity of manufacturing or production of goods and services is undertaken without having the motive of profit, will not be considered as business. So business is an economic activity which is related with continuous and regular production and distribution of goods and services for satisfying human wants. Now, for any activity to be considered as business, it is very important that that activity is regular in nature. It is continuous in nature. If you are doing business in some goods, if you are manufacturing some kind of goods and if you are distributing some kind of goods to people, then you have to see to it that the activities are done on continual basis, on regular basis. One time activity cannot be considered as business. Now let us understand the definition of business. Drake, French and Heather Savard in the Dictionary of Management define business as the activities of buying and selling goods, manufacturing goods, or providing services in order to make profit. So, if you manufacture any kind of goods or distribute any kind of goods or provide any kind of services and your ultimate aim in doing so is gaining profit, then we can say that you are doing business. So, business includes all the activities of buying and selling of goods or either manufacturing of goods, or if you provide any kind of service to the society and your aim is to earn profit, then it can be termed as business. Businesses and organizations offer professional goods and services to consumers or commercial clients, and often their aim behind this is to earn profit. understanding basic functions of business and how they work is helpful for us to develop our own capabilities as a professional. So now let us understand what are the basic functions of business, what are the important areas of business. So there are basically six functions of business, which are: first is production function, second is marketing function, third is finance function, fourth is human resources function, fifth is information function, and the last one is the innovation function. Let us move ahead with the first function, that is the production function. So what is production? Production is the creation of goods and services. So production is the first function and is the foremost important function. Without production, you cannot move ahead. You cannot conduct any other business activity. So production is very important function of any business, because if there is no production, there will be no distribution of goods and services, and hence there will be no profit. But what is production? Production means conversion of raw material into finished goods. In modern organization, production is highly organized, mechanized, and specialized. So in production, there are four inputs. What are the four inputs? For producing any kind of goods and services, you require land, you require labor to work on it, you require capital, you require money, and lastly, you require entrepreneurship. And then the output will be your products, the final goods and services which are distributed to the consumer or the commercial clients. The overall profitability of the business is somehow borne by the production department. The production department have a lot of responsibilities on their shoulder. Some of the major responsibilities of production department are: to ensure the production of goods and services in specified quantity. The production department has to see to it that the production of the goods and services is done as per the order received, as per the quantity specified by the customer. Secondly, to meet the specified time schedule or delivery dates. The production department has to see to it that the orders are met or the orders are fulfilled on the date which are specified to the customer. The orders are completed on time and as per the time schedule. The next thing the production department has to keep in mind is, or to keep a check is, to fulfill the quality requirements. The production department has to see to it that the products which are manufactured online or the products which are manufactured in the factory are to be of best quality. There should be no rejections. The quality of the product should be the best, to perform all the production operation at the minimum cost. The last and the most important function of the production department is, or the most important responsibility of the production department is, to see to it that the overall cost of production is reduced. So if the cost of production is reduced, automatically the profit of the business will increase. So these were some of the responsibilities of production department. The second function of business is marketing function. The word marketing is a very vast concept. Many a times marketing is misinterpreted as advertisement, or it is considered same as advertising. But no, marketing is a very vast concept. Marketing starts from market research and ends with after sale services. So marketing is a process of getting goods and services into the hands of consumers with the view to satisfy their needs and demands. So marketing is a process where the company tries to provide the goods and services to the final consumers. But here the aim is not only to provide the goods and services to the final consumer, but to satisfy the final consumer. And to satisfy the final consumer, the marketers have to first understand what is the need of the consumers, what they require, what are their desires. And after understanding this, you have to manufacture such products and distribute such products to the final consumers which can satisfy their needs and wants. The marketing functions create a process through which producers and consumers are brought together in an exchange relationship and transfer of ownership takes place. So what is marketing function actually? It is a process through which the goods are transferred from the manufacturer to the consumer. And here you can see that a transfer of ownership of goods is being done from the producer to the manufacturer. As I said that marketing is a very vast concept. Various activities are conducted under the umbrella of marketing function. So the main functions performed by the marketing department are: first is market research. Firstly, the business have to understand what are the needs of the consumer, what are the demands of the consumer, and how will the business come to know this? By undertaking market research. So market research helps to explore and find out the market demand for goods produced by the organization. So before manufacturing any kind of goods and services, before launching any kind of new product in the market, the first and the foremost thing is to do a market research. Understanding the requirements of the organization will help the organization to develop such products which will be accepted by the consumer and which will be appreciated by the consumer, and the products will be helpful to the consumer. So marketing research is to be done at the first step, and this is the first function performed by the marketing department. So in the first step, when the market research is done, the company understand that, or the organization understand that what is the need of the consumer, and as per that the goods are manufactured. And when the goods are manufactured, the second step is selling and distribution. So this function covers all the activities which direct the flow of goods from the producer to the consumer. So after manufacturing, the selling and the distribution of goods is also very important. The manufacturer has to see to it that how the goods can be reached to the final consumer where they want and when they want. So the goods have to be distributed to the right consumer at the right time, at the right place. Second function of marketing is the promotion. The third important activity under the marketing function is promotion. This function covers activities which are undertaken to increase the sale of the product in the market. So, how the sale can be increased? The sale can be increased by promotion. You have to promote your product. You have to give information about your product to the consumer. So, how will you give information about your product? By doing personal selling, by advertising, by direct marketing, by sales promotion, by building public relations with people. So, it covers advertising and other promotional techniques such as providing free samples, offering discounts, giving gifts or cashback schemes, etc. So promotion is a technique used to attract the people towards your product so that the people will be interested in buying your product and hence your sale will increase. We all know that for doing any kind of activity, the important thing is finance. Without finance, we cannot do anything. So same is the case with business. If you have to do production, you have to do distribution, if any kind of research have to be undertaken, if any kind of innovation have to be done, or you have to diversify or expand your production, you need finance. So finance is very important in any kind of business. So this function is basically concerned with planning, organizing and controlling of financial resources of an organization. So the finance function look after the various aspects such as how to plan the finance, like from where are you going to raise the finance. You have to organize the various financial sources, then you have to control the financial resources so that there is no wastage of finance or there is no wastage of any kind of financial resources in your organization. So financial function is applicable to all kind of organization irrespective of size, irrespective of their kind and nature. So whether it is a small organization or a huge organization, whether it is an MNC or whether it is a local business, all the organization require finance. The basic objective of finance department is to utilize the funds of an organization in the best possible way and best profitable way. So the basic function of the finance department is to use the funds of the business properly. See, we all know that the financial resources are limited and we have to make the most of these resources. As a finance manager, the finance manager has to see to it that none of the financial resources are being wasted. Proper utilization of the finance is done so that the company earns maximum profit. Financial function of business is basically responsible for three decisions and their proper implementation. So what are the three decisions? Investment decision, financial planning and capital budgeting. So the finance manager has to properly think that what will be the best alternative or which will be the best area in which the investment can be done, then how the finance can be planned, how the capital can be arranged and how the overall budgeting can be done. So finance function is the most important function which supports all the other functions in the business organization, or which the finance function helps the other functions to carry out smoothly. Human resources are the most important assets of any business organization. Without human resources, no organization can function. The human resource function deal with the human side of business. It is concerned with the increasing the effectiveness of human performance in any organization. So the profit of any organization depends on the effectiveness of its people. The people should work with all heart and soul. The people of the organization should work with true dedication. Then only the any organization will be successful. The success and the survival of a business largely depends on the quality of the people. So how the quality of the people can be maintained? By recruiting the correct people at a job, by recruiting right people at a right job. Training to the manpower has to be given, proper appraisals have to be done, then compensation should be given to employees, promotion should be given to employees. The employees should be motivated to work for the betterment of the organization. HRM is concerned with the management of people in the organization. So human resource management works for the betterment of the people in the organization. As it is rightly said that the future of the organization depends on the people working in it. The fifth function is the information function. Information plays a very important role in any organization. Like other business functions, the information function is equally important in modern business. The information function is basically concerned with record keeping. The organization works to gather information from the surrounding relating to the demands of goods and services in the market, the taste and preferences of the consumer, the target audience, their information. So this is all information is very necessary for the conduction of the business activity. The purpose of information function is to collect, generate and communicate the required information to all those who need it, especially to execute for purposes of decision making and policy formulation. So whenever a business have to formulate any kind of policy, or whenever the business have to take any kind of decision, the first step is to gather the information from the surroundings. Before formulating any policy, the business have to undertake market research and gather the information that whether such and such kind of policy is implemented, what will be the effect on the people or the final consumer. So this information department acts as a storehouse of valuable information and the real brain behind every activity of the business concern. So the information department stores all the valuable information relating to the marketers, relating to the consumers, the suppliers, the situation in the surrounding, the environmental factors, the social factors, or all the information relating to all these areas are stored with the information department. And the information department is the real brain behind formulating of any kind of policy and taking any kind of decision, because these people actually have the statistics, these people actually have the data, and based on that data, the future plans are made and the future policies are formulated. Next is innovation function. We all live in a dynamic environment where the needs and demands of people are continuously changing. The likes and dislikes of the people are continuously changing. We are undergoing a change, and hence any business organization has to go with the flow. It has to come up with new products, it has to come up with new processes to manufacture a product, or it has to find some new ways of manufacturing the product. So basically, innovation is given a lot of importance. So innovation is required in all part of business functions. Whether you are developing a product, you need some kind of innovation. Some innovative products have to be developed. If you are doing some kind of production, some new production techniques have to be developed so that the production of the goods is done quickly with less cost, and hence this will result in profit. So such kind of products should be purchased which are very extraordinary or which are unique, which are innovative, which can make the production process faster. Then various innovative techniques have to be undertaken in human resources to develop the human resources. Innovative techniques have to be uh, undertaken in marketing, for doing sales, for distributing, for giving training to the employees. So innovation has to be undertaken by the organization. The organization has to continuously innovate its processes and its products to be in the race for long. So if the organization want to survive for a longer period of time, then it has to continuously come up with innovative products, and it has to continue do research and development to survive in the market. In today's session, we learned the meaning of business, the definition of business, and the functions of business. So this was it for this session. Thank you.